You're voting on next week. God damn, shut up. The vote doesn't end until 3 days. Relax. 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 Why you have to be mad? It's only game. Bum ba bum 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 ba bum 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 bum. Ow! Stop that. Fine. We'll fucking get started. We'll get started. You're busy rioting? Too fucking bad. No! You can't throw sharks at me! No! We've done a lot of levels. We're about to do the big one. Is it something wicked? What the fuck is this something wicked? I forget what this scene is, so we're just gonna hit play on it. Oh yeah. Now, there's just one final detail that I must attend to. $150 points from Watch Streak. Hell yeah. When the end has come, Next has shown his true colors. He is a murderer, a betrayer of our kind. He's a deceitful snake that must be crushed under booted heel. Buddy, you are talking a big game for someone who didn't even know this guy was evil until like 20 minutes ago. So he plans to stand on the shoulders of our master, turning the machine that we built with our own hands against us. But it is our hands that will wrap around his throat. We'll destroy the great machine, every last piece of it. We will eliminate the coward's source of power. And in doing so, defang the treacherous viper once and for all. Yep. Don't throw things at me. I'm just a little guy, okay? I'm too soft to have things thrown at me. So, we actually have a really cool lineup of Nighthorde, Plague Spitter, and Hellfire. Meaning we have really no front line to face our enemy with. This is one of the few missions that I usually end up considering making Hellfire melee units. Which is not exactly something that I often do. Now, Nighthorde has the Scroungers, which are good at getting your economy started in the early game. Because on attack, they can steal gold from the enemy, quote-unquote. But really, they just generate a few extra dollars. I think it's like a 5% chance. Another interesting thing about this mission is that while we start with a lot of souls, we actually don't get to keep them. Because we don't have a fucking soul fountain. And this opening is real brutal. I think we get hit on all 3 sides. So the Night Horde turret here, the Soul Vortex, will steal souls from the enemy a little bit when hitting. It has a chance to generate some extra income for us. God damn, again. Alright, we need to split up. Once more, an effort in splitting our attention is required of us. Fine, I will drink some water. Alright. Sorry. I had to drink my water. A mandated water break. I believe in this situation, Stormbringer is our greatest opponent, simply due to the fact that they are going to pressure us the most in this early stage. So we should probably push right in this direction in order to rid ourselves of that problem. We do need more damage, though, basically across the board from all of our guys in order to be able to pursue this goal. Unfortunately, it looks like Hellfire is just getting slowly chewed apart, so we're gonna reinforce them with some stronger units. $35 streams, Clarence. Oh my god, that is insane. You've been here as much as I have. Holy smokes. Oh, that is a loyal steed if I've ever seen one. Loyal bug horse. I might build a second soul vortex. God damn, go the fuck away. These are parts of the Great Machine, destroy them. I think I need to get to, I know there is... Oh yeah, we need fucking Flex Spitter in on this. I think to the north is Stonecrusher, to our right is the Blue Bastards, the Stormbringers, and to our northwest is going to be our enemy Night Horde. Yeah, we get $10 every time they kill someone. That's fucking poggers. I might go for a lens cannon. I don't know. Man, you almost fully refund those guys when they die. That's crazy. Because they're so cheap. If they had used Hellfire in this mission, it would have definitely been like a very interesting turnabout with the usual roles that these tribes have had in this campaign so far. However, they didn't quite fully dedicate to that, and I think that was probably because they found Hellfire was too strong in the lineup, if I had to guess, considering their anti-structure habits. In fact, that this is definitely a mission you really need to rely on your defenses. Get Acid 1, we'll get damage and range. We're in a really dangerous spot, and I just gotta hope that these guys pull through on me. Alright, good. We're in a dangerous spot whenever that yellow number is below 25. Because when we're below 25, it means that any structures we lose are effectively permanently lost until we can get more money, which can spiral into you losing the game if you're losing structures and not replacing them. I think we can afford to consider our next level. Let's get out of here. Force them to pursue us into the fences, rather than just simply letting our guys die. We're gonna get another level of speed for them, and we're gonna go for damage here. This should let us bust into the Stormbringer area. There's the potion spot. Or try to lure them back into the fucking field. Move Nighthorde back a little bit. I get nervous when our soul count starts getting below about 100. One of my friends was really sick recently, and it just kind of took all the fun out of, like, trying to taunt him and push him to do better at his little, game, White Knuckle. And now I just feel kind of bad, because now he's sick, and we don't get to basically, push each other anymore. I've uninstalled the game because, oh my god, was it killing my productivity. It was like every 5 seconds I'd be like, why don't I play more White Knuckle? I would have streamed it today, and I was about to reinstall it to stream today. This is how much I fucking have grown to love that silly game. Now, the big strength of Night Horde is that it is the, like, economy, yeah, we might as well, yeah, lose all these guys. Clan. We're gonna get a bunch of savages, and I think we will Night Horde Plague Spitter down into here. I don't think, yeah, Stormbringer's good against the Stone Crushers. Plague Spitter's good against these guys, so it should be okay. Alright, cool. Getting a Titan on this level is actually not a bad idea at all, due to the fact that you end up with so many resources. The problem is I think the best Titan for the level is the Night Horde one, or the Hellfire one, and I don't want to burn the souls in the Hellfire one, and the Night Horde one is not available to us at the start of the mission. Where the fuck is this? Yeah, there's the Stormbringers. They're over here, so let's go. We should probably build some Night Horde guys to go over there and support. Let's do some cannibals for the last, because the cannibals actually will heal on kill. We're actually losing pretty fucking hard there. Plague Spitter here. Scroungers. We definitely need Plague Spitter to follow Night Horde, not the other way around. I'm going to presume that Hellfire can hold the line there, and that we will be okay to just sort of walk around and break stuff. Mostly due to the fact that breaking things is the name of the game around here. And it's still probably one of my favorite aspects of this format for gameplay, is the fact that breaking shit is the strategy. And I think we've lost. That sucks. I think we need to restart. The reason I say we lost is mostly because we're kind of hitting a bottleneck on souls. I need to build that soul vortex basically right away. I can't fuck around with it. I need like the first attack wave to get converted into extra soul. Alright, cool. Plague Spitter, get over here. Hellfire, you get over here. Can I build a soul vortex right off the bat? I cannot. Couple of those, build me a couple of those. I'll actually build a few of those just to fucking get our money gathering efforts up. Getting our first soul vortex up and going right here. Then we can get our first hellfire damage. And very quickly, I think we're going to want our... Yeah, look at the cost of these fucking upgrades on Nighthorde, man. They're really, like, supposed to be the big, like, oh, you can make a lot, out of very little, but boy do they suck when it comes to actually trying to get them anywhere. It costs so much more than everyone else. Another vortex probably wouldn't be the worst to have. Just sort of like try to get it really up here so that I don't want to put it on this side because that means they'll hit it instead of the repairable structure. And I'd rather not have to buy another turret because you can't fix these, you can only break them. And having the two closer together means they'll amplify each other's firepower rather than split it. Let's go with armor 1 for now. Just give them that extra bit of health. Alright, let's just try to get a full force and hit fucking this position. I think we can do it. It just takes a little bit of effort. We need to focus the tower. I don't think we can, like, fight the little guys and the tower. Yeah. This is already, like, a lot cleaner. But we're also a few souls shorter. And I fucked up and left the game! Ah, because I thought I was saving and I didn't read what I was doing and I'm stupid, I'm stupid. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Hellfire here. Plague Spitter, get over here. Nighthorde, start clearing this. Make a couple Reapers. Make a couple Savages. Make a few just guys. Perfect your fucking micro. Get the fucking vortex going. Put it right there. Plague Spitter, and then Nighthorde can get over here. I wish I could queue attack orders, but, you know, that's not something that you can do due to the nature of the way it works, and that's fine. I can cope, seethe, and mauled about it. Hellfire to defend there. Nightboard here. Get Plague Spitter going over here. These are 3D models, right? Yes, they are. They're very low texture ones that are designed to look two-dimensional. But they are three-dimensional, which is curious. Okay, with that we can buy our armor upgrade. And I think we will get another damage. I might put a laser turret down, maybe. No. For now, we're just gonna make a bunch of Reapers and Scroungers, and we're gonna go hit this. We're gonna save first, not restart me. You fucking idiot. You goddamn buffoon. A horde there. Focus the damn tower down. Don't let it fucking live. Yeah. Great machine, shut up. Get our first upgrade there. The upgrades are stupid important because we simply just do not have the souls to deal with not having upgrades. But you also have to get into fights without the upgrades in order to gain more access to stuff to break to get more upgrades. It is a very interesting designed level, and I fucking adore this level. Because it does put you in a very precarious position without making it like 13 billion enemies woe upon thee. It's, hey, you have these pieces, how do you make it fit to the problem that you're facing? Oh shit, we do need to get back here. Hellfire, you need to get up here. We can compare that. Fucking lens cannon probably is a good idea. We'll put that here. That's more of a contingency in case something happens, rather than like being integral to our strategy. Get down here and break it. Do it now. Just do it now and do it fast. Ignore everything else. Alright, I think we go for Grave Robbers due to their ridiculous stats. And then we get a couple Scroungers and Reapers. Then we get the mix of the cheap Plague Spitter units again. And that's why I built the fucking lens gun. Because it has this stupid range. Oh shit! Ah, I accidentally built this, but that's fine. I can make the most out of this. I did not mean to build the fucking super expensive damn slime. Man, we are getting hammered. Thankfully, though, the slime is moderately acceptable as a unit in terms of just being effective at causing the enemy to die. But it is the least exciting unit in the fucking roster, and I hate making them. Come on, just kill the thing. Just kill the fucking building. Everything else can get ignored. Just kill the building. Hellfire, get the hell down here. Oh shit, Hellfire lost their damn house. What is that? Man, navigation on this mission is fucked somewhere. Oh, the slime's actually not that bad on Souls. I think we'll make the Warpig. It may not be my favorite Titan, but it is definitely much better than the stupid slime. Before we get going with it, I should probably try to upgrade armor. And... oh shit, we're still dealing with level 1 Hellfire damage. No wonder they're getting their shit kicked in. I will not double upgrade their range, though. Why did you throw something at me, Orno? Why do you do this? And I just saw my fucking clan home explode again. Okay, we've killed one of the damn houses. And it looks like we'll be able to get the second one. Whew! Alright, that buys us a lot of time. And I think they have a soul fountain in here somewhere. Let's go home and just buy some fucking upgrades. Upgrades, people. Upgrades. Fucking more! More! You've been playing Minecraft again? Oh, that's good. I'm glad you've been playing Minecraft. Well, I'm not glad at the state of Minecraft, but Minecraft's always a good time. I'm excited for, I haven't looked much at Hytale, but I've heard good things about it. Everyone and their mother seems to be playing it. Own custom dungeons? Oh, that's what I did all the time. I used to do mapping for Minecraft. I ran some pretty involved servers with like custom dungeons and shit. And I was intending to do that again until like everyone's 2-week Minecraft phase like faded out. I got the map all ready for it. I built like a really cool cherry tree. It was great. Oh yes, here is a fucking soul fountain. Whew. That was a journey to get. Using the funky blocks. I don't know what the funky blocks are, but all the power to you. Alright. I'm sure it will be just fine. Making my base in a wall. Hey, look, when we were playing our custom mod set where we could have player models, I made myself like a block tall, and I was a little kobold who lived in people's walls. I went out of my way to use like half blocks and stairs and stuff to like make my own little hidey holes in everybody's bases. Some people didn't even know I had one. That's how fucking good I was at just fitting them into, like, impossible little spaces. Kind of start looking for zone out, mine, nonsense shapes. They're quite discerning. Ooh. So this is the Night Horde's type. It is effectively the slime, but cooler. I really like the Battle Ball. It's fun, it's fast, it's cool. It does more damage the faster you go. And it doesn't have any abilities, it just runs at stuff, and it breaks it, and I love it. It is the cooler slime. While the slime is like, I will mildly rub up against something, this just goes. And it's very physics-based. To remove all my wall homes and share the funding with me. Very humorous. slime, the cooler slime. Literally how I feel about the battle ball to slime. Because, I mean, it's not tanky at all. It absolutely sucks at, like, being the front line. But it is great at the demolition and collection of resources. And it is quick. And you can explode it at any time. There's no reason to. You can just kind of do it. The reason is that the explosion does deal damage. I should probably run my units out of there. Like, spitter shamans are pricey enough that I will do that manually.
When do I get to throw myself at you instead of just these comical objects?
Never! Little orb, you shall always remain floating and never rolling. Okay, you can roll sometimes, but only if you behave. Ow! Stop that! Alright, cool. Oh, looks like Hellfire lost their fucking house again. Did you get back to rioting? No. No, you shouldn't. In fact, I'd greatly prefer it if you don't. Ow! Stop that. Ah. Stop that! Alright, yeah, Battle Ball is all about getting money. And I kinda love it for that. Oh shit, what's going on over here? Oh, Nighthorn's still over there, lol. I think the enemy does cheat on their reinforcements, so we sadly cannot, like, get a billion dudes and overwhelm them. But I am thinking about going Battle Ball again, just to be kind to my fucking economy. I'm going to run the Battle Ball without backup, because it will outpace any units I try to pair with it. And really, I'm not going to look to get into a fight with the Battle Ball. I'm just looking to get money. A Gumball Tree Seed Pod. Yeah, kinda. I think that this is the way you're supposed to play the level, is just have a base where you spawn Battle Balls from, and then, like, sometimes go out there with your units. Because you don't have to beat the enemy Shrine Homes, you just have to break all of the machine-tagged structures, which there are a few that are small and hard to notice. But the Battle Ball excels at this. And it kind of sucks at killing dudes. Like, you can get some kills out of it. I won't say that you can't. But it is not the thing's primary function. Just like that, we're at crazy upgrade levels. And we ain't even done yet. This is a Rock of Ages level. Yeah. I think you can do this with the War Pig if you're trying to do it, like, really fast. But the ball is so good. It's so much better than the Lightning Elemental, and they tried to do the same level for that enemy, or that Titan, where you had, like, the big place where you can break all the, like, props and stuff. But the Titan is not that good at breaking props. It just... The Lightning guy is just kind of mid. And, you know, if I get slowed down, you know, yeah, the Battle Ball definitely sucks. I have to, like, get some speed and momentum going.
Dip me in glue and roll me in thumbtacks. I wish to be a battle ball.
Perhaps one day, little guy. Perhaps one day you too can be a little battle ball. Man, this game is fucking loud. Let me up it slightly, because I want it to be just below the yellow. Alright, now we're gonna buy a couple of... yeah, perfect. Because the right spell, the Saw Blades, is really good at killing guys. And I don't even have to worry about them. I can just leave. Yeah, we don't have enough money to unlock other units. I think the Bile Spitter is pretty good for this kind of mission, but we're just gonna... We're once more hurting on souls, and I'm about to not make that any better. It's strange, killing the Stormbringer clan actually just fucking destroys your money production because they're not dying on your front line anymore. I also think it is very bold of the developers to put a fucking unit in the game that is totally physics-based, in a game that otherwise has not had very much physics in it. Have in here? Oh, Earthquake. Earthquake's pretty good. We're gonna run you up here so we can Earthquake their fucking clan shrine. I get... That's kind of ironic, using Earthquake on the fucking mining faction. Haven time. Another battle ball couldn't hurt. I'm gonna run these guys up to fucking Earthquake the damn shrine house, clan house, whatever the fuck they're called. Yeah, shit. That's fine. Just go. Just go. Just go. Go, 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 go. Past the smell. Wait, they're still alive? Holy shit. That shield thing did a damn number. Is there any more than just the one? Because we may have limited them enough. I could probably do this with just the battle ball. I'm kind of tempted to try. Yeah, I'll put Plague Spitter there, and Night Horde there, and... Yeah, this will be easy. I think I can kill the last one with just the Battle Ball. The Battle Ball can jump, which will give it a little bit of air, but you can keep spinning. Basically letting you get like a little speed boost for standing still for a moment. It's best to use when you're about to go off like a little hill or something like that. It is very odd to me that they made 2 contact damage based Titans. When I think the Ogre and the War Pig are probably the 2 best designed ones in the game, they may have just been the 2 first designed ones. And these ones are just like, whatever ideas the team could pull out, you know? Because I feel like they were built visuals first and effect later. They didn't know quite how else to implement these as concepts. Alright, get a couple Earthquake runes, and I think we can just get a War Pig and get everyone attached to it. Because there's only one enemy faction. He was designer for Black and White 2, Warcraft 2, and Diablo. Huh. Well, I guess, I will say, everything in the game, like, works very well. I don't think, like, anything is broken. I just think that some of the weird corner choices are a little, suboptimal. Like, the ball in the slide being effectively the same Titan, with just slightly different implementations. Alright, now we just gotta get in here and bust up some fucking clan shrines, and I think there's no moon gate on this mission. Come on. Ah, well. I actually don't know what Black and White is. Huh, breaking those seems to count towards machine destruction too. He went on to overhype Fable. Oof. I played Fable 3, I think? Yeah, Fable 3 I played a lot of. The one where you get to be the king. Like at the start of the game, or yeah, you start the game as royalty, then you gotta come back when the darkness is gonna eat us all. Oh shit. They put up one last little hurrah. He'll tell you he has a real rapid dash at the moment. It's just a dead pony in his closet. Well, considering there are still enemies about, I'm gonna make the wild presumption that there may still be enemy homes. Oh yeah, there's one right there. Would have thought. I would say, and this is something I've said all along, the art department of this game is probably my favorite aspect. It's really fun to watch the goblins kill the fuck out of each other, because they're all so wacky. And I think there's something to be said for the place of the, like, 5 out of 10 game. Because I don't think every video game needs to be, like, genre defining. I think that's, like, fundamentally not something that's going to happen. I think if a game does one thing well, then it's doing better than a lot of video games that try to spread themselves out way too thin and doing a lot of stuff. Goblin Commander, I think, is a game that does one thing well, and that thing is being very fun to look at. Like, all of the battles are really fun to watch. All of the ways of gathering resources is a spectacle, you know? And I think that the overall gameplay is just very geared towards making the action figures smash against each other. Without worrying too much about, like, anything else. And I appreciate that, because it is rare for a strategy game to be allowed to step back and just be fun to watch. The great machine has been crippled. Naxus can no longer employ it to create his wretched army. Now we must find the fiend and drag him from his hole. We will have justice, even if we must grind it from his bones. We lost a lot of units that fight. Wowie. Alright, so we beat that level. Pretty easy. Pretty stock idea. Now this one's a bitch. We're gonna be stuck here for a little while. So when I was a kid, watching them break these made me think, oh wait, if you see these, you can walk on them? No, that's not how that works at all. But it's a cute attention to detail that I like. You never knew, did you? You never knew the true purpose of the great machine. Yes, the master created it to build bombs, devastating weapons that harness spiritual energy. Chad Mossholder? That is 3 kobolds. That is 3 kobolds in a human suit. In minutes, the moon gates will deliver their contents, freeing the souls of all who walk these lands. When the precious energy is collected, I will build a new race, a mighty sight to reap this world again. This is madness. Perhaps, but it is a short time where there will be none. In a short time, there will be none left to care. Goodbye, Gromit. Pedal, you won't live to see the glory that the blood of your clan has brought. Which really fucked is they dropped 2 enemy units into this fucking area. Alright, we need a Tesla coil, and we need it yesterday. Where can I build it, please? Let me build it. Let me build it. Thank you. So, we have to capture 5 moon gates in 30 minutes. This mission is a bitch. I did not beat this mission when I was younger. It is a difficulty cliff, where before, you know, if you were having a hard time, you could kind of slow down and reapproach it from a different angle, you know? That's not an option in this mission. So we're going to be fighting all 5 clans with 3 clans, so that's already kind of an issue. And they will have progressively harder units the closer we get to their Moongate and final clan shrine. Because of this, it is very important that we do not walk in there half-cocked. We need to have upgrades, especially for our more important units. We will probably be utilizing the Lightning Elemental for a little thing that it does that the other 2 don't, which is it's a more balanced cost of gold to souls than the other 2 units, even though I like it less. There is no defense that we can put here at this area that will actually keep this middle area safe. We are going to lose our clan shrines a lot here. Come on, break the fucking thing. Okay, cool. We can't do that. Oh yeah, fucking evil Hellfire's up here. That's right. I need to kill evil Hellfire first. They aren't the most aggressive ones, but they are the ones that will give me the most trouble. And moving north will save me from attacks to my soul now. Alright, we need some upgrades around, please. Hellfire, come back. My usual strategy when I was more youthful was to go up this route and deal with the Stormbringers first. Though, I think that's actually kind of a misplay because I have no units that are particularly strong against Stormbringers, and they aren't that big of a threat, but they will capture your Soul Fountain if you're not paying attention. Now, giving us the classic trio is kind of neat, but I would have preferred to actually have had the trio from the last mission, as they're a little less balanced and something we haven't been able to use as much. I would have also appreciated being able to choose what units we're bringing into this mission, as that would have probably have been very impactful as a like, oh, which ones do you like the best, and letting you approach this mission in different ways. I think really the one thing that missing this game that would have boosted it out of like a 5 out of 10 to like a good 7 out of 10 is the ability to mix and match what plans you're bringing to each battle. I think it is a very simple feature that would have added a lot of replayability and a lot of like player expression, especially if the player had unlocked other clans earlier in the campaign and was forced to choose which ones they thought would be a good fit for the mission at hand. It, however, is also a bit of a design choice that I could have seen being problematic on a first-time playthrough, especially if players are picking accidentally bad combinations. To me, though, as someone who adores the game and has fantasized long and hard about what I would have desired of it if I had the chance to even get one thing in it, picking your own units for a mission, for your own clan for a mission, just seems like the natural extension of some of the things that are in this game. Thankfully, this mission does not have enemies rebuild their clan homes gimmick, or this would basically be impossible. The devs seem like they never found their niche. Their development history is all over the place, from Tetris to racing, always having mixed or mostly unfavorable reviews. Yeah, that is kind of like a sad little tidbits is I'm pretty sure that that doesn't surprise me at all. Despite the game being objectively pretty and fun to look at, it's not like it's probably had it from another product. You know what? That's actually a really good point. They probably had that thing for a while. I suppose I should just accept that my units are about to be crushed. That's fine. Oh, we actually still have some surviving Stormbringers. That's crazy. Get the fuck back! This was the mission where I learned about the Hellfire, I guess glitch? Yeah, I think it's a glitch. The spamming, animation cancel. Because this was the mission where I had to learn about it. Yeah, okay, we're good here. We are thinking about our next upgrade there. Oh, we should probably go fight this, actually. So, from these moon gates, Night Horde will pop in and... Super Dog Booby probably meant something different in Japan. I hope so. Else we'd be about to learn a lot about that developer. Alright, I think we can actually push down in here. We blew up all the Hellfire Clan shrines. Since we're probably going to get pushed on the south side again, with all these guys here, I will move Hellfire up to try and start breaking some more props for money. Did kind of clear out this direction already, didn't I? Fuck. Alright, it's fine. That's fine. We have 18 minutes. Thankfully, when you start, like, getting a lot of gear together, you can kind of start to snowball things. So, like, we can capture this. And I think it's really clever that the developers will throw a, like, random squad they have on the map through the portal. As they like, oh, you brought the counter to this one? Sorry, you didn't. There's a second clan here. Alright, cool. And now we can disable one bomb. Bomb has been deactivated. They can reactivate these, by the way, they recapture the portal. So we do have to, like, hold the portal. We will be going north next because there's, like, a natural break here where the terrain is... they don't have anything here. There's some Stormbringers up here. I will probably make a lightning elemental to help with that endeavor. Actually, we just lost a bunch of blueberries. Probably because they fucking died. Let's get a fucking laser gun here. The basic lightning attack on the elemental is the reason I use it, because it will stun a small group of units while I walk back. The lightning elemental's main weakness is its fragility to its damage output is not crazy good, despite it being so fragile. But if you do have backup with it, it actually turns into like a really solid sort of hit and run unit, because you can use the normal units to screen for it and use the chain lightning to stun, which is very useful in these like large fights that are in these large crowds. And I think into that way the lightning elemental fills its niche as a support titan more than a solo show stealer, just because of the consistency at which it will slow down the enemy from being a problem. Wow! I have 15 minutes to beat this mission. We're already halfway through our clock, and we have only 2 out of 3 of these places done. However, we are very ahead in terms of upgrades now. We're able to start thinking about what we're going to be bringing to these as, like, big issues. Bomb has been deactivated. Hell yeah. And because we have effectively cleaned up half the map, and we are now fully upgraded, or no, we're not quite fully upgraded. We still have to get our defense for Dome Crusher, but that's not a big deal. It's also cool to see the Stormbringer props without the snow on them. That's just a little cute art detail I wanted to point out. That they actually made those and have them. We're gonna walk up here to capture this, and then we will upgrade Stone Crusher. Okay, you're finished. We got one of you. Beans with beans. We probably want the bone saw at this point, because we're gonna be going straight for the buildings. I think we can square up with Hellfire now. You guys gonna figure yourselves out? You got this. Pathfinding needs some help, but what fucking strategy game doesn't have some pathfinding issues, man? Name me one, and you are wrong. No, there are a few that don't have pathfinding issues. I'll shut up. What's really weird to me, though, about the pathfinding here is that it's kind of bad on very handmade levels. What are you killing? Oh, you're killing their fucking clan shrine. I didn't even notice. Because it just blends in around here. Then again, that's kind of how the Plague Spitter one is in the Plague Spitter area, so... Can't really say that's unique. They are built to look like they come from a place, and dear God, don't they? Okay, yes, this is definitely a Bonesaw fight. Those are maxed out Storm Crushers. Storm Crushers. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm calling them. Fucking... Where's the next one? Yep, there's Blade Spitter. It's curious to me that they didn't make like a fully working Titan AI, and the Titans are only manual control. It seems like the kind of design decision that wouldn't exist in like a more modern game. If I fuck that up. Just because having the fully built AI for these units and then not letting the player use that is technically a waste of resources, but something I think is kind of cool. I didn't even realize until just now that I was thinking, man, it'd be cool to kind of just have one of these to command around instead of having to fucking micro it. And then I realized, oh wait, they do have that working. Yeah, you're forced to focus on the Titan to actually use it. And I do think that, and it also, you know, looks cool, you know? You get to be a fucking giant metal monster thing on this battlefield and electrocute the shit out of things. That's just cool. Alright, we're gonna tornado here just to disrupt. It's not one of those things that has to be this way. It's just one of those things that's cool. Okay, I did capture the red one. Yes. Alright, let's just make sure we get all of these, disable the bomb. Yeah, that one's disabled. That one's disabled. We can make a bunch of guys now. And we can make another guy now. I mean, you should be able to just do this right away. Stone Crusher. Oops, that was not what I meant to do, but that's fine. No fire. Yeah, there's the last one. So we have the Night Horde here. Tell these guys to go here. Buy some fucking heals and bone saws. Fucking Stormbringer Frost Mages, the guys with like the artillery throw with the big arc, are crazy. They do crazy damage. I guess it makes sense because it takes so long for that projectile to hit, but man, you can tell when they're hitting something. Alright, we'll see if they can actually take that, and if not, that's fine. I can get units over there quickly. Should be able to support them with some bone saws. Oh, there's like nothing over here. Oh shit, we did it! We win. Get it, Hellfire. Creatures of the world will never know how close they came to annihilation. You've done well. The few things I wish to discuss with them right before I kill him. I am shocked I got that first try. That mission is easy to lose quickly because a few setbacks means you don't get to carry that momentum. I am Smortbold. I am smart. Yes, I am. Yep, 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 yep. Yep, 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 yep. You remember to exist? Hello, Saru. I fucked up. I went to the main menu instead of clicking next mission, which is just a cutscene, I think. I think it's literally just a, yeah, just a cutscene of, fucking, what's his name, getting his stool stood. Oh, butterflies.
We could only hope that Naxus was killed.
Oh, yeah, completely forgetting.
We will never be sure.
It's just a cute little show of all the units in the game. I love this.
As for us, reunited under our great leader Grono, we would rebuild, we would endure, we would find purpose.
Oh no. We need that on the credits reel.
Not recording me when I get rolling, that's like throwing gold in the fountain. Like, man, he's cocky. Don't say dub touch of me. Dreaming. Do you have any bananas? I'm sorry, I was reading the line.
I adore a credit scene like this.
Hello, my name is Grax. Sit down. Yeah. Thank you for joining us. We're going to have a wonderful show tonight.
Oh, great.
Yeah, this is the credit bloopers.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Recording
when we
the
originally
Unga
started working on the
Shagadabe
game,
voice
the
lines.
original plan wasn't even to do an ambient score. The original plan was, hey man, can you make like the the early '80s metal stuff? So we were like, okay.
All right. I don't know if this is like a copyright song or not. I don't give a fuck. We'll just let it play. For a lot of this, yeah, completing your game's almost an honor. It is kind of an honor. I'm just gonna mute the track and just talk a little bit about the game. So I fucking adore this game. I think it's probably like a Chad Mossholder. Holy shit, you weren't kidding. I think the game is a very solid, like, 6 out of 10, 5 out of 10. But I think that's, like, not a bad thing. I think those types of games deserve to exist. I think they're fine. It does something well, which is it's very pretty to look at, and it's very fun to watch the action figures mash. It is not exactly a very in-depth strategy game. There's some choices and ideas that you can bring to it, especially in the later levels where they had an increased amount of difficulty and unique scenarios, but it's not particularly replayable. It's not particularly advanced. It is simply what it seeks to be, which is a straightforward experience of having goblins fight each other. I think the easiest way to have changed the story and not really change much about the game is you invert the role that Grommel has in the story, which is he's very passive and he just kind of slowly meanders through everything. And everyone accuses him of being the murderer. Have him accuse other people of being the murderer, and him just kind of like bumblingly murdering everybody in this quest for justice, and then just happening to end up like in the right direction. I think would have been a better way of doing it. Otherwise, it was kind of a little not focused at all with the story. I think for making the gameplay matter more, I think that the units roster could have been narrowed down to one less goblin, and you had the goblins be a little bit more what am I trying to say? A little bit more extreme in their design. A lot of goblin units start with a basic range and basic melee option, which I understand the push for that, as it would make your units theoretically balanced if that was the only one you had. But in this game, there's only one section of the game where you would start with only one of those units, and that is, or yeah, it would start with only one clan, which is the Stone Crusher section. I think that the tribes should have had more, basically one less of the basic units, and they don't get a melee and a range, they just get one or the other, and you kind of go all in on that being the many goblins were harmed in the making of this game. Oh, that's cute. But yeah, I don't think that Goblin Commander is a bad game at all. I think it is an acceptably fun little experience that is not a outstanding game. It is not like the perfect game, but that's okay. It didn't have to be. If I was to make my own Goblin Commander, I would probably up the on modern games. First off, I would up the unit count from 10 to 15, and I would make it so that the type of unit you build would affect the statistics of your entire clan. So that, for example, if you're building an archer, that would increase the range damage of the Hellfire clan. However, the archer itself does not particularly have great range damage. You know, if I'm building the hunters, I would have it so that they're giving all of the clan a 1% chance to instantly kill a target. Not just them. I would have it so that, like, if you're doing the bombardiers, it has a chance of setting things on fire for all units of the clan. This would make it so that your construction choices are not just compositional, but the very nature of how those units are going to function become the main thing you consider when you are building them. You know, building the archers means you're going to be going for just a all-rounded build. Going for the hunters means you're trying to just kill infantry. Going for the bombardiers means you're going for destroying things, and having that sort of mix would be a acceptable balance, with the caveat of losing out on the bonuses that the specialization would give you. It would make your clans into effectively, do you want to be specialized or do you want to be broad, but also making that a statistical reflection rather than just simply via the unit type. Considering the fact that they're always grouped together, you could also have it so that those bonuses would remarkably increase the effectiveness of that clan at the things it's supposed to be good at. For example, Stone Crusher, I could easily see if you're making the bosses, maybe it increases their fire rate, which is not really something Stone Crusher is good for, though the pit bosses are very strong in brawling scenarios. But if you're taking the the boxer guys and knucklers, they increase the durability of your entire unit, which now changes them from being like a kill unit to a tank unit, which makes the whole clan fit into its role better depending on what you need out of them at the time. Hell, you could even have it so something crazy like the miner guys with their little fucking pickaxes get more gold out of breaking things. Which leads me into my other thing, is I really like the way that your combat units are your economy units. I think that that's just the coolest fucking thing, and it means that you can focus on macroing your sort of strategy and microing the combat units that you want to focus on as a player, because they're kind of cool. I think Hellfire is too strong of a tribe just because the speed of other tribes is very slow. And even the Plague Spitters, which are supposed to be the fast one, actually have a fucking penalty when fighting Hellfire, because Hellfire just cancels out all of its weaknesses. Stone Crusher is kind of a counter because it can actually get up into Hellfire's face, but it's just not acceptable that this one clan is so much better. They are just everything you want out of units there, except for the fact that they're a little pricey sometimes. And even then, it's not by much. I think out of all of them, the Stormbringers definitely suffer the most in terms of design. I know I was talking about the ridiculous damage that the Frost guys deal, but on their own, the Stormbringers really only fit in as a support plan, and they don't have a lot of tools to do that, considering they only have one support unit. When I think that the Pyromancer guys, the ones who blow fire, should have been replaced with a secondary support unit, so you can sort of build them to support the rest of your clan. This would mean that they would suck on their own, and that, I think, isn't a bad thing. Plague Spitter, I think, is almost perfect, except for the fact that the game doesn't really let you move command. So hitting and running means you have to treat that entire clan like it's a Titan, which really limits their effectiveness in a sort of late game scenario where you would be trying to utilize a Titan. And I think it also limits their effectiveness as like a fighting force because they just don't work intuitively like the rest of the game. I think that's kind of cool, and I wish that their speed was actually a little bit greater than what it was now. Even at their maximum, they aren't really that much faster. You can actually still catch them if you're dedicated to it. You can do some cheese with Plague Spitter in the campaign where you can kind of run around enemies, and I think that's what the game intends you to do. But I don't think they make a good addition to any clan layout. I think they just end up being a very tacked on addition. Night Horde is remarkably interesting to me as it's like the economy clan, and it only comes in at the very end of the game after the player theoretically doesn't really have a need for that because they've figured out how to balance their economy really well. You've put the player through a lot of situations where a Night Horde would have been ridiculously good, and they didn't have Night Horde. They just got to do their own thing. So Night Horde ends up being introduced only for like 2 levels in a section of the game that really doesn't need them to exist because you've taken the brakes off of limiting their supplies to the detriment of the clan. Now, in a multiplayer sense, because there is a multiplayer available for Goblin Commander in the skirmish mode where you can play against a human opponent. It does not have, I can't even open it because I don't have a second controller plugged in. It does not have a online element because it's long before them, but if it did, I think the clans would be a little bit better balanced because a human opponent would be theoretically bringing their own 3 different clans to a fight. I think a lot of the last missions are so cool and interesting as like combat questions because they bring multiple clans, but they only do this 3 fucking times. This is the goodest the game gets, and you only give me basically 3 of them, one of them being the final mission with the time crunch? Like, what the fuck? You're already reusing assets from the damn tutorial. Just give me a couple slot missions, please. Other things I would have liked to have seen. I would have liked to have seen more Night Horde appearing in Act 4. Because they're kind of a footnote on Hivemind, but if they'd appeared in Sacrifice and sort of hinted at what was going to be happening later, or you just found a random Night Horde tribe in the Blight, that would have been fucking cool. You saw the fucking random ass, what's it? I think in Death from Above it was, or Coming Storm, you saw the like ruined Stonecrusher clan home there that was never explained or touched on, that maybe hints that Stormbringer was in on the create a custom goblin army thing. That could be fucking cool. That like, hey, there's like an enemy Stonecrusher clan here or some shit just randomly thrown in, you know? Just to mix up the type of questions that these ask you. Because after fighting Stormbringer for 2, 3, 4 missions, you kind of understand what you're up against, and it becomes really damn easy on the 4th go, despite them being leveled up so much. Same thing here, same thing here. Which is why Act 5 is so cool to me, because it really opens up what you're up against, the questions it's asking you. You know, what's good against Stormbringer is not good against Night Horde. The problem is that the game is very afraid to do that to the player. And a really, really simple thing is if I had clicked on this and it says, select your clan. And you can just pick, because there's a menu for this for the multiplayer. This is not like a out of nowhere idea. You can just do this in multiplayer. Is select your clans and it goes through the maps and stuff like that. So I think if you put that in the campaign after you beat this and you're picking the level from the act menu, that could be cool. It would undo like 90% of my complaints. But that's just me. I think the game oozes style, and I think if it had been utilizing some of the things it had already made better. This thing sucks, but I love it. Exactly. Yeah. I fucking adore this game. My gripes are from a place of passion, not from a place of hating it. I think Titans are an incredibly smart system. I think having only 3 turrets is kind of an interesting question of you use them to defend your base, your outposts, or support your push. I think the unit roster is overall creative and fun. I do not hate this game. This is my childhood game. I adore it. It is beautiful. And it is so flawed. But that's like everybody, I think. So, I said that if I finished early, I would transition over into doing some art projects, and I think that's what we're going to do. So let me shut down the emulator. Let me we'll do mapping done, and then we can kill the emulator. Oh my god, I have so many messages.